Morning. My name is Nada Al Fardan. I am a manager consumer affairs of the consumer affairs section within the regulatory affairs department within the telecommunication regulatory authority in the UAE. My session today is going to be about the TRA's role in supporting the consumers of the telecom sector in the UAE. I would like first to start about the history of the consumer affairs section within the telecommunication regulatory authority. It all started in year 2007. The TRA established the consumer affairs section where our main role there is to preserve and protect the consumers' interests within the telecom industry. So what do we do basically in that department? Our major role there is to develop and enforce the consumer protection regulations within the regulatory framework, and to act on the behalf of the consumers in resolving their complaints that we receive. And we publish awareness campaigns that we promote consumer awareness, and we publish like booklets, informational materials on the websites and on a printed form. TRA's regulatory framework currently consists of 6 regulatory policies. The ones that we have at the moment is the price transparency policy, the privacy of consumer information policy, the marketing communications and practices policy, the consumer complaint and dispute policy and procedure, the quality of service policy. Those are the regulations that we have currently available, that we had issued at the moment. What actually these policies that we've had issued cops with the international best practices, so we've actually done a tremendous of work in terms of looking at the best practices across the world and assessing the market in here, and based on the situation and the conditions we've had issued these policies. Now at the moment these policies are in place. What we're focusing on is enforcing those policies, ensuring the licensees' compliance into them, and we are reviewing the effectiveness of those and trying to strengthen them as we go. Now I'm going to talk about the TRA's consumer-related activities, the activities that we're doing mainly in the consumer affairs section. What we did is that we've required the licensees to develop and publish code of practice for dealing with consumers, just to give the consumers allow consumers to know their rights with respect to their services that are provided by the licensees, such as that they are entitled for a bill, such as that they have to read the terms and conditions, and what are their entitlement and their that kind of things, that they have the right to complain and the process of the complaint, that kind of things, what they can do, and the services that are provided by their service providers. Another activity that we're doing is that we send out mystery shoppers from the consumer affairs sections, and those mystery shoppers, they go out to the licensees and they check the compliance, the licensee's compliance to the regulatory framework, and they report to us in case there's incompliance, so that we can take an action in terms of getting it rectified. We've had dedicated a specific public service center for the consumers to raise their complaints, or for their consumers to provide suggestions or pose an inquiry, and to process all kinds of public communications. We've done that. This can be done also through the TRA's website, and so it can be over the phone on the TRA's website. We try to facilitate it in as much way as possible. We've had also the TRA and particular consumer affairs has led in the past the coverage and quality of service campaign, wherein the TRA has requested licensees to dedicate 800 toll-free numbers for consumers to complain about or suggest or inquire about anything that has to do with coverage and or quality of service, mobile coverage or quality of service. Mobile quality of service. Also, another thing that we do is that we try our best to ensure that there is no anti-competitive behavior taking place which may harm the consumers at the end. We try to rectify those if we have perceived such a thing happening. We've also, as I've mentioned, we have issued the quality of service policy. So as part of that, there is a recurring quarterly report that comes with quality like indicators. And those are the quality of service statistics are published on the TRA's website for the consumers to make an informed choice. Also, we have that kind of what I've mentioned, that we're doing promoting consumer awareness. So we have a lot of information. Our website is really rich in the consumer tab in particular. We've managed to have informational materials there, like the telecom complaint process steps in form of a brochure, printable brochure. Also, we have the frequently asked questions that consumers normally asks and their response, or TRS responses in this respect. Also, we have the consumer affairs we have the rights and responsibilities with respect to consumers. So the consumers are aware what are their rights and what are their responsibilities, and we believe that this is very important for consumers to be like an awareness material for a consumer. Now we're going to talk about the achievements. We are very proud of our achievements here at the TRA. We've actually have won Sheikh Khalifa Government Excellence Award for the customer care criteria, and this is, I must say, is a cumulative like efforts of all the departments within the TRA, and this really gave us the encouragement to try and like exert more efforts into continue in this manner and achieve more and more. Actually, 70% of the assessment points that we've got was based on a real customer experience. So it was based on customers' perceptions and feedbacks, and 30% of the assessment points were based on customer surveys and mystery shoppers. So based on those, we've had won the customer care criteria, and we are very proud of that, I must say. And I would say that we are very proud of this, and it's a general track record of our role in supporting the consumers in the UAE. Thank you for your attention, and please stay tuned with our TRA YouTube channel.